Hey you guys, this is an energy reading for twin flames. It's a little more complex, but basically I started with my animal tarot and there's a spread in here that's the divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy, shadow aspects, so what is in the process of being worked on, and illuminated aspects. And then I felt there was like a transition energy here too. So like what's being worked on, the transition energy, and then into the illuminated aspects, which is what's working right now, what's going in the right direction. And I added to that from my Oracle of the Seven Energies, which is chakra oriented insight, those cards for the divine feminine, divine masculine, what needs to be worked on or continue to work on, and where you're at, what's good. Okay. So we're going to get into this. I pulled it actually at the beginning of the week. This is my life. I have so much stuff that I have to juggle and things just like popping up randomly. Like Mercury retrograde hit me right away this week with my computer and battery backup unit. So this has literally been sitting here for like 2 days. So this felt like a Mercury retrograde pull, like where the energy is at right now. And there's a new moon at the end of the week as well. So I think we're going to have new moon energies involved in this too. First of all, with the divine feminine energy, these cards, I'm getting two messages here. One of the messages is about like having a positive outlook for the outcome and knowing and trusting, just completely 100% blind faith trusting that everything's going to come together. I'm going to break it down for you, but like that's part of this. And then the second part of it is, okay, so while you are, trusting in the outcome, right now, focus on working through your inner transition, transformation, everything that's in the process of happening, and do your solo work on your life purpose path, creativity, all of that stuff. Okay, so the butterfly is just all about this great massive transformation that you're in the process of going through, and spirit is outright saying, be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, allow yourself to purge as needed. You're in the goo stage of the cocoon, let it happen how it needs to. And the healing heart really goes along with that too, because it's healing the past wounds, which purging comes with that. It's releasing the past pain, purging out anything that's been holding you back, heart chakra blockages. Kundalini is breaking through heart chakra blockages. And you're going through a period of renewal and rebirth. Okay, so heavy emphasis there. Now, I do see the swan as a twin flame sign, so there's that message there, like trust in your twin flame journey, trust in your twin and in the outcome. But the swan also has the same meaning as Call of the Muse, which is about creativity, tapping into your soul voice and exploring your life purpose paths. And this swan is also talking about literally like your soul is calling for your attention to take some time for yourself to connect with your higher self and allow really to integrate your higher self and therefore allow your soul voice to speak through you. And that's what the creativity is. Any creative outlet is your soul speaking through you in that way. Okay. Then close encounters and into me I see go back to that original message of trust in the outcome. I love that there's butterflies again here too. So you literally have that double message of the butterflies. Too bad there's not more swans here. But anyway, the close encounters card is about opening up, being vulnerable with each other, and into me I see is about intimacy growing. So know that that's coming. You guys are going to reach that point of communicating, reconnecting, reuniting. You have to completely trust that no matter what is going on around you, no matter what you see in the 3D, no matter what you're dealing with, trust that. The divine masculines are actually marrying the divine feminines in a lot of ways here. So starting off with the vulture, their situations are being purified right now. The vulture balances the ecosystem, preventing the spread of disease by cleaning up messes. And that's what spirit is coming in here and doing. Spirit is helping the divine masculines clean up the karmic messes and bringing things back into balance. It's actually a blessing in disguise when you're dealing with a difficult situation. And the crow is spirit also helping the masculine tap into their intuition and connect with their higher selves and their spirit team more. Then awakening genius and the storyteller is the same thing that the feminines have here. They are integrating their higher selves. They're redefining who they are based on that soul level integration, because they're, shedding all of the 3D stuff. And they're working on paving a new path for themselves, because they're redefining themselves, and they're tapping into their soul wisdom and integrating it. So they're mapping out a new course for themselves. And the Merry motive is them gaining the energy and momentum to put action behind their intentions, behind this new path. The uncharted sea is where spirit is helping them to find the courage to take the leap of faith, to start out on this new journey, this new path, or new chapter, we should say, really. This is spirit helping them to, even if they don't know exactly how everything's going to come together, even if they don't know what you're going to say when they show up again, or even if there's blockages and fears about like breaking free from karmics or whatever it may be, this is spirit giving them the faith that everything will be okay, and having the courage to jump out of their comfort zones and take the leap of faith that is needed. Okay, so these are the shadow aspects being released. We're going to start with the rabbit, straight up fear. When one or both of you gets afraid of something, whether it's a heart chakra blockage that pops up, which is coming up even for those close to union, because it's those buried fears coming out, or it's earlier on in the journey when there's all sorts of fears running rampant. But it causes one or both of you to be frozen in place, essentially, and self-sabotaging. And spirit is saying, okay, withdraw, take a step back. When you feel like that, take a step back and conserve your energy, collect your thoughts, gather your awareness and wisdom, and build up your strength, and prepare for the next steps of moving forward, so you can move forward not in fear, in strength. And earth magic goes along with that too. Earth magic is trusting that the seeds you've planted for your journey are growing well, even if you're in the dark and you can't see what's happening. And it's also grounding yourself and connecting to nature and connecting to spirit through nature. So these are very much in alignment. And then it is what it is when you're ready to push past all of that. It's the radical acceptance and pushing out of your comfort zone, releasing resistance and denial, and moving forward. These are those transition cards, and this is the end of a chapter, and this is being at a crossroads. You guys are going through this rebirth process, which is a good thing, of course, even though it's painful at times. And you are being asked to make an important decision. Both of you, of course. Your higher self is asking you to keep your attention focused on your life's deeper purpose, and choose that path and stay on that path in order to find and keep true happiness. So you two are going to keep integrating your higher selves. That's a continual process, and upgrading your body in this as that happens, and focus on all of the endless possibilities of the future. Leave behind the limiting beliefs and the unhealed past and wounds, and have the courage to take the leap and trust the journey and what's coming next. I love how this final message came out too. The Cobra is actually a really beautiful card. It's spirit watching over you. It's a spiritual teacher, both your spiritual guides who are with you, watching over you all along the way, ever present, ever protective, ever loving. And it's also your inner self, your higher self, teaching you from connecting to your intuition and integrating your higher self, really. It can also be spiritual teachers that are guided to you. Just trying to remember what I was going to say. It also represents that Kundalini working its way up your spine and helping your spiritual awakening process. So the Cobra card is here because spirit is helping you with your spiritual awakening process and watching over you. And then the Hawk is a messenger of divinity. All seeing, sees the big picture as well as all the little details, which our spirit team does, and is both guiding you down your path, knowing every single thing that's happening, both the little stuff and the big picture stuff. That's all, like, spirit does an amazing job of orchestrating it all together perfectly. And they're bringing you messages. So pay attention and allow spirit to guide you, because you also have the free will to follow their guidance and their messages. And if you decide to take a detour, then that's up to you. But pay attention to the messages spirit is bringing you. Let them guide you. And then lastly, the deer represents the birth of a new life coming, a new chapter. So trust it. Everything's on its way, and spirit is watching over you.